It's been a while, a little bit. I've been trying some new ways of, well, just different ways of capturing the progress as I have been putting this together. It is so far different. It's so different from what it began as. And we just have a few more areas to address. I mean, a few, but it's coming along basically. And I kind of like the way it's coming along. So, um, just a few updates before we get started, before we jump back in. I can't believe I was just recording for like 2 hours and lost the whole recording. That was a little bit disappointing. So I said, you know what, let me just go live and finish this out. So let me give you a tour of what we have so far. This is where the entrance will be. All of this is going to be glass. This is going to come all the way up here to give this right here, this area right here, kind of like that um, um, two-story open air feel. I put a little catwalk here. I love catwalks. I should make this part glass right here because, but we don't need people looking up skirts and different things like that from below. So we'll just keep that part solid and then have the glass rail. We have some open room areas. We put in an elevator since the last time. Of course, there's more details to add. And again, right now, we're still just working on the basic build, the basic form and shape, and also defining, the boundaries of the different rooms and areas. I do have an idea of where we're going with each one. But right now, like for instance, like I said, this is the main entrance right here. And then you can walk through here and also through there to get to this area, which would be kind of, it's not quite a formal living room. It's more of a hangout. I guess I could be a little bit more descriptive of what this is. So, if this is your first time tuning in, we are working on parametric design. I am learning Rhino for the first time. I am a student at LA Trade Tech, and I'm very proud to announce that because this program is second to none. Like, even though it's like a trade school at what you would consider a JC or, the equivalent, this program rivals any major school out there, and it's because our professors are literal geniuses. Like, what's crazy is there's no prerequisites for our classes, so we have students that have already um, worked in the architectural field for however long. And then we have people who are brand new, never even, um, did anything, they don't have any experience at all. And so to be able to really, I'm such a kingdom kid. I would say the word minister to, right? But to accommodate such a vast amount of skill levels, and everyone at the end of the day is challenged, whether you are a seasoned architect or, again, this being your very first experience with modeling, with architecture, with any of it. It's a program that is second to none. So when I say I am a proud student of LA Trade Tech under the direction of Professor Marcela Oliva, I am very much honored to be a student of this program. So this right here is a it would kind of be called a multi-unit, but it's kind of multi-unit reimagined. So, we're usually, like, when we think about multi-units, we're usually thinking about apartments and different things like that. However, at the day and age we're living in, and with the economy and everything like that, like it's just smarter, wiser, more economical for families to kind of live together. But even at that, families don't want to be right on top of each other. But yet we want to keep the connectivity of the interaction in families. So these multi units all include different living areas, different um I don't know, my words are escaping me, excuse me. But different living areas, right? Like individual units, living units, residential units, but also common areas. One thing that Professor Oliva is big on in teaching is sustainable design. So almost everything we design will have some type of rooftop garden or growing area. And that's what this terrace part right here is and will be. That's why it's open. So I will close off the building, um, make it like this is kind of more of like a covered outdoor area. So, from here moving that way, we will have things more closed in and whatnot. But for like, of course, we also have other balcony areas, such as that balcony. This is the balcony I was working on when I lost my recordings. This balcony area is relatively new. I still have to create an opening, like how you get to this balcony from this unit, but we'll take care of that. We have some really fun things we're going to do with this design. So this is kind of like the bare bones of it. Not in a sense, it's just kind of the mass a little bit developed, but we have much more developing to do, much more development to do. So let's go ahead and get back in. Let's kind of get back into the zone. I was just going. I was doing well, and then all of a sudden I just lost it all. But I'm going to pick right back up where I left off, which was creating this balcony area. It looks so undone. And this is kind of one of those builds because, the way we built this, again, if you're just joining us, this was all like one big mass, if you will. It had, I can't even really describe it. You could go back and check out some of the other videos to kind of get an idea of what it began like. And I didn't catch it from the very beginning, but considering I don't feel like I did the assignment right, I'm gonna do it again. So I will make sure to start from the beginning next time. This started out a Rhino, a mass produced by Grasshopper in Rhino. So, okay, I'm getting lost. So let me just do this one at a time. Scale that 1D. The scale 1D command is pretty powerful. Like a lot of the things you're going to do in Rhino, and forgive me in advance if I call it Revit, because I'm so used to Revit. Like I said, I'm just now barely learning Rhino. We're like 4 weeks into school now, I think it is. So that's how long I've been working with this program. And again, I do want to learn more about Grasshopper. So I will definitely record those sessions. I will also record some tutorials. So I'm taking 2 classes this semester. One of them is with Professor Jack Oliva Rindler, and the other one is with Professor Arthur Modine. And I'm learning some pretty cool stuff in both classes, but Professor Modine's class is a little bit more just straight like Revit tutorials for now. It's an interiors class, but he wants us, and I think it's really important that we get a really good feel and grasp on working in Rhino. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. And so I'm kind of learning the basics at the same time. And I've been playing with the software. So, of course, as you play with it and do what you do, it'll all come together. Okay, again, let's just take this one little frame at a time. Keep it simple, Marina. Keep it simple. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna hang out with me, I really appreciate that just in itself. What I would really appreciate is some feedback because, I enjoy doing this, and so I figured if I enjoy it, then maybe other people do too. Or, like I said, I will be doing more tutorial videos as well. So if you want to see tutorials, drop a comment and let me know. And I will do my best to accommodate my viewers, show my appreciation. And also, as I'm learning a new skill, I mean, why not share what I have going on with other people that might be interested too? This is a valuable skill, like, even though it's fun, but it's also a skill that you could turn into cash. Okay, let's see. Let's copy this one from down here. What else? I think it was something else I had in mind to tell you, but I can't remember what it is right now. I am not great at multitasking, even though I'm a mother, a single mother at that. You would think that I would be better in multitasking, right? Nope. But what I do focus on, I try to do well. I'm a multi-purpose, right? I'm pretty good at multi-purposing things, taking one action or one action and making it count for 10 different things, right? Okay, so this doesn't want to work with me, so I'll have to just do my best with it. Just move on. The thing is, the reason why I zoom in so much is because if you don't, like, it's really easy, especially with these thinner surfaces, to grab to. So these right here, these are called snaps, object snaps, right? So this, I have end check, I have point, mid, these different things. So that means, like, if I, like the end, if I click on this and I do a command, let's just say copy. I'm just going to do this for instance, right? As an example. See, you see how it snaps to the end right here? And it also says INT, which stands for intersection, I believe. So it's going to snap to, so it'll also snap to the midsection. So if I'm far away and I'm trying to move this by this point, but I grab it by this point and I snap it to another point, like, it could come out warped. And I have some examples in here where it kind of came out a little warped. So when I was recording it, I just, decided to move on. But I have been kind of going back and fixing, like this right here. This has to be fixed. So let's just do it. And now I see another. So this is just from me doing different things to it. But as a matter of fact, I'm not going to fix that right now. I'm going to stay focused on this side. I'm almost done with this rail though. All I have to do at this point is add this handbar. So I'm going to copy this. So I'm just typing in COP, and as you see right here, it comes up as copy, or you could tell right here what it's going to be. And again, I want to be careful with where I grab it from because I want to make sure that it snaps to the right place and fits as it's supposed to. So at this point, as you can see, that's too long and I need to scale it. And as you see over here, you have a regular scale, you have scale 1D, scale 2D. They all do different things. So right now we're working with scale 1D, which means I want to scale it in one direction. So I'm going to grab the point of reference, the first point of reference. Then I'm going to grab the second point of reference, and this is the point that's going to move. And I'm just going to move it back. And I'm going to follow my glass. So I'm going to pull this back here. So when I place this rail right here, it will align with the glass. So let me go ahead and copy this because I just scaled it to the right point. And now I want to grab this interior point end point so that it could snap. And it looks like I may, well, it's glass, so it'll probably be correct. I think it is right. And let's check. So the glass, of course, is see-through, so it kind of looks like it's off, but it looks like it's all connecting the way it's supposed to. So because that piece is so long, over here, I did a little different. Like for each break in the glass, I have a break in the railing, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to do one continuous rail. So let's go here. We want to copy this and then grab it from that corner, bring it up here, and snap it in place. When working with Rhino, you have to have O-snaps on. Otherwise, you can't properly, you won't be able to snap to the right point. And no matter how much you think it's right, the more you scroll in, the more you're going to see it's off, and it can scroll to infinity and beyond. So you want to use these O snaps to make sure that everything is lining up correctly and doing what it's supposed to do. So now we have that upper balcony. All right. So what I'm going to work on now is I really want to kind of build this wall up. I really wish I could, like, I think that this part right here is going to be so cool. Just that 2-story high open air feel, and just that one little part though, like it doesn't need the whole thing. And now that I'm looking at this, I want to measure again. So in order to measure, you want to type in DIS, and distance is going to come up. So we're going to click enter and then use my first point and then draw it to the second point. This room is 24 feet and 11 inches wide. And then let's see, we have, so this is practically 25 by 20, rounding up. I think that's ample space for, it could be its own little living unit. It could be like a studio apartment, or it can be a common area. Considering we have this open air space, I am gonna put a railing there. And upon further observation, I think that I am considering how I want to handle this part. Do I want to pull this all the way over and then place the rail? Or I think that is the best way to go. And this, I mean, I wish I could just go back and look at. As a matter of fact, no, I can't pull this all the way over because that's going to mess me up on what I have going over here. What I can do is extend this. And again, this was my first time working in Revit. It's parametric design. So essentially, it's not really like you can make parametric design structures. Let me show you what parametric design is. So let me go to one of my internet browsers. I'm almost scared to click off of the screen because it's going to get a little cray-cray. Okay. Um, and just by the way, I am um, starting a business. It's called Proportional Structures. We will be creating architectural scale models. So this is really fun because I would like to incorporate parametric design into 1/6 scale models and I mean, whatever scale we choose to scale a building at. That's the beauty of scale because like it's all proportionate, you know what I mean? Like you could take something really small and then take the same thing and make it really big and have that going on. So this is parametric design and architecture. I think I defined it in another video, but let's define parametric design. Parametric metric design definition. Parametric design is a computer-aided design CAD approach where a design is defined by parameters, relationships, and constraints rather than by fixed geometry. So it takes like geometry and it applies the functions we learned about in school, right? Like f of x, you know what I mean? Like those type of mathematics, those type of calculations, those graphs, right? So this method allows for flexible, adaptable designs because changing one parameter automatically adjusts the model based on the defined relationships, enabling rapid iterations and tailored solutions for complex problems in fields like architecture, engineering, and product design. So as you see, like it's like parametric design in architecture already exists in the world. I'm just learning how to create on that level. So, in some sense, it kind of defies um, gravity and in like just straight boxes like we're used to, and which is why I'm gonna do this design again because I kind of think too practically. And so when I had my mask, I could already see the rooms and stuff. So I took away some of the dynamics that are more conceptual and made it more literal. But I'm gonna add some stuff back in there and I'll figure out like how to make it more interesting. Like this is all really cool stuff. So, um, and even though it looks a little crazy, like I really do, like I do plan to use this. So, like even so I do try to consider like real life um situations, like making it structurally sound, right? So I kind of took a lot of the what is the word? Abstract elements out of it. But we're working on it. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try again and I'm going to do better next time. So let's just keep it pushing. Okay, so where are we now? What was I working on? I think I want to fix this area. So if I'm going to put a rail here, Um, well, I'll just start with, you know what? No. I think I'm gonna stretch, but I want this space to be as open as possible. But I think in order to keep things more aligned, I should. It's gonna look awkward if I. This is what I'm gonna do. Just gonna add another element. What is this command called? This is called a box. That's what the command is called, but it's an extruded box, so it's not like just a regular box. And let me start from this point. I guess here. Let's click here. See, I messed it up, but I'm just gonna extrude it even more. So, or scale it rather. So we'll just scale it from here all the way over here. And then that keeps the flow more consistent with what's going on. And now that I see, like, of course, I'm gonna have to add some type of railing right here. We'll work that out. For now, let's just focus on this part. I'm gonna copy and paste this. From there. Oh, this isn't right. Let's fix this. We need this to stretch over to. Is it there? Come on. Be nice to me. Okay, let's grab it at the bottom. Right here. Right here. And I'm gonna use this point A. That doesn't look right. Something's wrong. Okay, let's release. Relax, release. It's for all the oh, that's what the problem is. Okay. That's nothing, we could fix that. I think this just needs to come in a little more. So I'll go from there to there and line it up right here. Okay, I think that's better. And that little part right there is a little awkward, but again, we'll get it together. I am a bit of a perfectionist, and sometimes that will cause me to be stuck on something mundane for way too long. I think what the problem is, I can't just go on. So I have to fix this. I have to solve it. So it was just lined up, right? Let me undo it. If I undo, okay. So this time we're going to scale it from here to here to here. And then this is not accurate, I don't think. I think there's a gap, which there is. Okay. So now we're going to scale this part. So after you use a command and you need to use this command, because as soon as you execute the command, it's waiting for another command. So if you want to repeat the same command, then you can just right click and it will allow you to repeat the same command. Now that looks better. I think we're good to some extent. This little thing is awkward, but if I scale that, that's gonna throw all of this off. So what I can do, probably what I should have done in the first place, Let's just scale this right here. So let's move this back. I want to go on, you guys. I will. Just give me a second to fix this because I don't like that like that. Guys. And then we'll put this one, we'll scale this one back. I could have just hit right click, but sometimes I get used to just typing in the command, so I might type it in again. Now we're going to scale this one. Scale that back to there. And then we still have to scale that again anyway, so I'm just going to move that. Move this little thing back to that corner, and now it lines up the way it's supposed to. Now let's scale this the distance that it needs to go. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then now what would have really been nice if I could align this up with this. That would have been better. But this is exterior and this is interior, so we just gonna roll with it the way it is. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so now I'm gonna copy this and I'm going to put it where it belongs, which is right here. Yeah, this part is still a little bit awkward. We'll fix it. I am gonna move along though. I will come back to it later. Knowing me, I'll probably do all this and then come back and change it all together. But not too much, because I do like this, and this is kind of where I want to go with this. So we'll see what happens though. All right, in the meantime, let us take this all the way up. I wonder, do you guys think this is high enough? I think this roof is high enough. Or should I bring it? I can actually bring this down. It doesn't need to be that high. It could actually be level with that right there. So what I'm gonna do is draw this line from here. And is that on the same? Let's just draw it to here. It probably went, yeah, it went all across the distance. I don't think this is lined up. It looks like it is. So let's see. Let's see if I could draw a straight line down and hit and go through. Yeah, it looks like it's going through that point. All right. So now if I hit, okay, it looks like it's going straight. I don't know. I think I'm good. And that's the thing. I hit escape a lot and I just lost my line. I'm just gonna bring this down, move, and then I'll connect it like right there and call that a day. All right, scale. And then let's go. I am gonna cover, this is the top of my elevator. It has plenty of, it has the space it needs. And let's scale this so that it aligns with this piece. And then this is gonna be my roof. So now we could probably scale this. go from this outer corner or inner or whatever. All right. Perpendicular. I do have perpendicular on. Okay, good. Snapping and stuff. Well, scale one direction kind of locks in a lot of the part, so it kind of keeps it from warping as long as you grab the right points when you're snapping. So now our next step is we need a piece that connects from here to here. And what I think I want to do, what I am going to do, is scale this part. So again, like I said, like even though this is a homework assignment, I want to do my best to make it as structurally sound as possible. Because one day, and it could be one day very, very soon, my designs will be built in real life or in scale, one or the other. Either way, it needs to be structural. Okay, so we can't go all the way. If we go all the way to here, yeah, that still works. Then I feel like something's off right there. So instead of doing that, I'm going to scale it this way. I know I just scaled that all the way up to the top, but this is kind of how it goes sometimes. Like I said, I've been building this. This is kind of like, it's kind of been like a puzzle, like putting together a puzzle. Really, really fun. Really, 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 really fun. All right, so now I need a piece to go right here. And we are going to start right here with this and end over here. Right there. I think I messed up a little bit. We'll see in a minute. Yeah. Oh no, I just gotta finish making the puzzle. I'll get over there. I'll get to that in a minute. I think that's pretty cool for now. And I want to take this a little higher. Higher and higher. I know that was totally off key, but it's okay. Because right now we're doing architecture. We are not in concert right now. All right. So I'm going to go to the glass layer because I want this piece to be, look at it, it's not lining up. And I change this. What is happening? Okay, that's what's happening. That's cool. I got a solution for that. Let me see what happens. You know what? Let me just fix this part first. And how do I want to fix it? Do I want it with the glass piece right there? Let's see what's right here because this part is kind of supposed to mirror that part a little bit. Yeah, when I moved it back, that's what happened. So before I do that, let's do this. I'm going to move all this over because I do want to keep that congruent with the other side, make those both the same size. And to accommodate this space right here, and honestly, all of these little sections, if you will, may not even be necessary because you see all these lines right now, right? That's because I have it in shaded. But watch this. Watch this. Rendered See, you don't see any of those anymore. You barely even see the glass. So this is what I'm working with right now. I want to give my roof a much better shape though. I just feel like it's just too plain. I mean, from the top view, I guess it's a little bit more interesting, but we're gonna have to figure something out. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But you see, you can't even see any of that. All right, let's go back to shaded. That looks better rendered though, huh? Yeah, I know. Okay, so now what are we doing? We want to finish this part right here. I do want this glass element to go up higher. So I think I'm going to take it all the way up. And for now, I'm just going to make it one solid piece. I might come back and break it up later. We shall see. Right there. All right. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back and break that up somehow, but you saw what it looked like in rendered. It really doesn't matter, honestly. And I might not even keep it going all the way up. I might change it. But for now, I think we're good. And because we have so many pieces going this way, I want more vertical lines. So I'm going to go back to my default layer. And let's go from here to here to here. Let's repeat that option. Right click, find my points. I want to snap to and drag it up right there. Okay. Yeah. I want to bring this down a little bit because I want an element to I'll show you. Let's just go down maybe to about here. I try to line these types of things up. Let's line it up to maybe this part. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, we're already on the default layer. And let's go here to here, there. Okay. I mean, that's cool. It works. Okay, so this roof now. We're gonna follow some of these lines over here, up here on the roof. Again, I'm not even sure if they really matter, but to me they do. So we're gonna work with it. Excuse me, I just yawned. You know what? I think I'm just gonna keep it a flat piece. All right, what do you guys think? All of these lines kind of look cool. I think it looks cool when it lines up and everything is aligned. So let's do it. Okay, we're gonna use this tool again. I'm gonna go from here to here. I could take that over more. Let's take it to this one. And bring this up here. Now, That looks a little awkward because of that right there. I'm going to push this in. And the reason why I'm pushing it in because let me just do it and then I'll tell you in a second. That multitasking, non-multitasking thing is because since this is the entrance, and I probably should make that more dramatic. That's what I'm gonna do. I want it to have that. I want to highlight the entrance even from the sky. Ooh, I have an idea. Come on. Let's go. Let's go like way out here. 13. 1 inch. Whatever. We'll just keep it 15 on for right now. And what I can do to celebrate that part, if you will, and really give it more of a front entrance is kind of like how we have these columns over here. We can do the same thing right here. Are we going to use big dramatic columns? Or, because I really like this, I want to keep this part open. Even this, I really like and appreciate when a house, matter of fact, this isn't lined up, so that's kind of awkward. So it's lined up there. I think I'm gonna move this over because it's weird. It's awkward. Let's see, but it's not connected. What I can do, we'll just use the scale tool. If I move it, moving it is like it's easy to just move it, right? But if I move it, then it might end up somewhere weird. So I rather just scale it twice. That feels so much better. And it looks so much better. Alignment makes all the difference in the world. Like if you're going to do architecture, you are definitely going to want to keep things aligned. All right, so now having done that, so if I want to stay with alignment, then I would use this part right here and this bar right here, and that would be what I would use to hold this structure to support this right here. It might feel like too thin, but let's just try it anyway. So I'm going to copy this. I don't want to lose it, right? I just want to emulate it. And this one. What? See, I did something weird. I think I still was in the scale command. Yeah. We want to copy. And all I had to do was right click, but it's fine. Or hit enter. All right. Now I'm going to use the scale. And because they're two different sizes, I have to scale them one at a time. Okay, we're going to find one of these edges. We're going to make sure it's where it needs to be. That's the thing about 3D. Play tricks with you sometimes. All right, so I could just right click. Okay. Now, let me see what this distance is. Oh, no, 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 what distance? What did I do? 12 feet, 8 inches. See, a car could drive through here. As a matter of fact, half of it could be for cars and the other half for to walk. But if I do my entrance right, then we won't need that. We could just have straight cars. And then you enter. Maybe we'll use this little area as like a porch. Let's see. Let's measure it again. Distance. So from here to here, 2 feet 9 inches. Okay, what if we use this whole distance right here? What's that? 7 feet. Now that's more appropriate. However, I don't know. We'll see in a minute. I'm not quite there yet. Let's get back to this part over here and just keep this going. So let me copy my copy and then scale if it's not properly aligned. Matter of fact, just go ahead and put that there. What happened? That's weird. That one to the left. Scale. So I think I'm going to take it from here. And I want to play off of that line. Okay. And that looks like it's already lined up. Let's make sure. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. All right. So I'm going to see if this piece fits here. If not, it doesn't matter. We're going to scale it. Yeah, it needs to be scaled. Okay. What I could do, that's to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. And then just fill in the rest. Oh, look, we have inconsistencies. Look at, how did that even happen? That's crazy. Look at it. What? Oh, you know what? I scaled it wrong. So let me escape. So let's do this again. Because it's perfectly flat right here, right? Let's double check. Yeah, it's perfectly flat. So it's so easy to like select the wrong thing, and sometimes you'll just keep going and you won't even notice it, and then you'll get to a certain place and be like, what the what? Okay, that's better. And now we can finish it off. What the heck? Okay. Ready? I like this area right here where you can kind of walk this little um, rounded shaped path. I did that on purpose. I know it looks kind of off, but it was like flat on the bottom. I was playing with the Boolean difference and it was cool. And yes, my steps are a little bit messed up. But I mean, this is like I said, like this is my first time like learning, like I'm just learning the software. So considering, I'm gonna say I did pretty good. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. I don't know if that's what you're gonna say if you would agree, but I think it's not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's see. There's still much more to do. I think I want to go ahead and close off this area and then attack some of those areas that I neglected. For instance, like right now, this kind of ends right here, but that's kind of random. And you see, I need to fix this right here. I finish off this area, give this a floor, close things in properly. Few things. So I think that, okay, well, let's attack this part next. Okay. Now, what is this lined up to? See how this is off? That's bothersome to me right now. I'm just gonna do this for right now. Scale that up to here. Okay. Excuse me. So then we probably need to add another little mask right here. And extrusion. And look it. See, that's off. Let's fix this first. Okay, that's better. And now we're gonna add this extrusion. There. And extend this. Right there. There. And then there. Oh, see, look, you saw that. You saw that. That wasn't just me. It's okay. I'll do it again. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll do it again. It's okay. It's okay. Now it's correct. Okay. I feel like singing hymns like he's sweet, I know. Oh, he's sweet, I know. Storm clouds may rise, storm and winds may blow, but I'll tell the world wherever I may go. I'm gonna cover that up. So let's put another little mouse right there. That I found a savior, and he's sweet, I know. Let me see. That's kind of off, but since it's gonna be covered up anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's gonna keep moving. Like that. I think I like that right there, though. I think I'm gonna keep that. And then go here. Something is wrong. What is the problem? Is it? Or am I tripping? Yep, see right there. Now what's happening? It looks like this piece is incorrect. So let's just delete it and start over. Now that piece is wrong. Okay, we'll fix it in a minute. I'm gonna draw this box right here right now. There, there, there. And what is the problem? Why are you off? Is it you? I think it's you. I don't even think it's that. I think it's this piece right here. This is the piece I just did, huh? Okay, again. It might not even make the final cut. What I would like to do is look at, why is it off? Oh, because there's a chunk missing. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and fill that mask. Fill that space, right? I'm one of those people where everything reminds me of a song, but I'm not going to sing too much. It's late. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And my children, some of them are asleep, others are not. But I don't think they really appreciate me singing right now. Let's go ahead and put this. I want that to be glass. I think I kind of like that. It's kind of awkward, a little bit, but what we can do, and it goes a little bit into that part, all the way over there. What we can do, because I like the idea of it, is maybe just take her in there, and then take her in here, and I will refill those parts again. Something is wrong. Is it? No, wait. Okay, we're good. And now go back to here. Right? As glass usually infills something, it usually just doesn't. Glass is not a structural material, so more than likely it would be encased by something. I must fill that gap now. If I can find it, maybe I don't need to because I can't even find it. Oh, there it is. Isn't that it? Kinda, sorta. It comes up a little bit higher. Yaddy yay. Let's try it right here. Oh, here it is. Right? From here to here. Okay, let's do that. Go from here to there to here. Okay. What part is this? Okay, I can fix that. Right there. I don't know why I used that corner. Hollywood. Look at it. Why is that still there? You see that? Maybe because the outline. Okay, we good. Okay, so that part probably needs to be filled in too. Yeah, I think so. So let's do that. Way too technical, right? Yeah, but um, it's that part right there. I think we're good though. Mm. All right, let's keep going. Let's go back over here. Excuse me, that is the second time I yawned. I really have been working on this for like a while now, but because it's come so far, I'm kind of excited. See, I need another railing right here. I also need to decide if I want to bring this room any further, but you guys know how I like my high ceilings. And I think that would be, this is already a high ceiling for the area below. I think it would be even more magical to just leave it um, open. But then that means that anybody up here can look down into that area. So then that would have to be a common area. And I mean, let's just work with it again. Um, where am I going? I'm going right here. Let's copy this. And from here to here. You know what I should do? I'm actually gonna undo that and redo it. This is one big, oh, never mind. It's one big continuous thing. So let's redo that. All right. And let's go ahead and scale it. Mm-hmm. Like that. And let's grab one of these rails down here that's already broken up into segments. Okay. I don't even know how long I've been recording right now. I promise you, like, once I kind of get going with this, I really get lost in it. And before I know it, I look up and it's like already been like a whole hour, if not more. And I don't know if anybody is up tracking with me right now. Okay. What is this? Why do I have this here? Oh, I have to finish this area. All right. Actually, no. Yeah, wait. So that's kind of awkward. I'll fix it. I'll figure that out. In the meantime, and in between time, most of my terrace is done. I am thinking that I want to put like stairs between here. So I want the stairs to be highlighted. So maybe coming up and then going up that way. So maybe like from here and then up there. So you have multiple ways to get there. You can either go this way. I think I want to have the elevator open on both sides, like they do in the hotels, or I've seen it in hotels. I've seen it at my school, excuse me, as well, where it opens on both sides. I think I want that because I want to be able to enter the elevator here, take it up, and go out on the other side of it, which will bring you into this area or take you over here. And then this right here will be a unit, so get off the elevator, come. This right here is a unit. As you're walking through, you can come straight out to the balcony with like some double glass doors right there. And you could get into this unit / common space, maybe a work area, who knows, maybe a meeting area. And again, once you get out to this terrace, because that's the other way you could come off the elevator into this terrace area, some outdoor gardening or whatnot. This L-shaped roof, leaving part of it open. So this will probably, even though, these stairs are path of steps, if you will, the multi-layer is like a path of travel. But that seems like a really good place for plants. So, but you got to think about like, okay, if it rains, what are you going to do, right? You can't just leave that open. I mean, you can, people do it. We'll just have to create like a drainage. That's doable. All right, what else? I would say that I'm going to end this now, but I'm probably not. I'm probably going to keep working on it. So let's scale this. Here to here. Yeah, at least for now. I do like these really tall pieces as well. But I mean, honestly, this part isn't even going to make sense to be this material. So it looks like I just wasted that because I promise y'all I'm going to stop yawning. If this were going to be open, it would be worth it because then the sun will shine into that part. And then if you're on the terrace, you could see through, that area. But this is going to have a roof for sure. And this is another way to get into this unit. So maybe, and I think this might work. I think this might actually work. Yes, I think that might work. We'll put, maybe this can be another little balcony area. Like, why not, right? Let's measure it. Let's see the distance. 14, 11 and a quarter. So that's almost 15 feet by 11 feet, 7 and a quarter inches. That is ample space. But it could also make a nice walk-in closet. But who wants to walk into your closet from the hallway? And I like this area, so I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to make this a balcony space. That way I can just cover up. This will be a roof. I can make that a roof for this part. I like the way that's going. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. So, and then I just need to build up these walls around it. So either go straight to the other little terrace balcony area or get to it from the room. I like that. Or the unit. I'll call it a unit. Just to satisfy curiosity if anybody is wondering. This is 25 practically by, I think we measured this area already, honestly. 33. That's more than enough space. Okay. So then let's do it. Let's do it. And if that's the case, I think I'm going to take this back down to where it was. When you're sleepy, but you just can't stop working. I'm probably going to take it down even further because what I can do is use the space between this and this. This is practically floating too, huh? That is kind of floating somewhat. Is this really supporting this? No, not really. Okay, let's do it because I want it. All right. Well, if I just take this piece and drag it all the way over. Yes, that'll work. And I'm just gonna keep this as one piece. I don't really feel like getting fancy anymore because I'm getting sleepy. It's not really good to design when you're sleepy. I used to do hair when I was younger. I think I said this in another video, but when I got sleepy, people's hair did not come out right. But when I went to sleep and then was fresh, it came out fresh. Yes, we used to use the word fresh back in the day. All right. Now, what else can we do? So should I make this whole part glass all the way down? All right, well, at least I did that. I do want to move on to other parts. So look at this will be, we use this space because we can already come out here and put a couple of steps to get to this part. And this could be an interesting little like cove to hang out in. Kind of like a balcony in a way, but or I could bring this down and make it glass. Uh, let's get done with this part first. I said I was gonna make this glass, so let's do that real quick. And we're working with the continuous balcony again. Let me see. Let's try it. Let's use this one. All right. From here to, and if anybody is watching this live and you're leaving me messages or typing stuff, I can't see it because I can only see this screen. Maybe if I get like another screen, then I can have that stuff on the other screen so I can interact with you at the same time. Okay. I probably am. I like using space. Like, why have it for nothing? Or I could just get rid of the stuff up here and put glass. But I like it like this little, because it kind of feels like a hideout, even though it's not really a hideout, because anybody over here will be able to see straight through to there. So you're not really hiding out, but it feels kind of like a little cove area. And I think I like it. So I am going to incorporate that. In the meantime, I think I am going to call it quits because I do have a lot more to do on it. And I am getting sleepy. It is 1:14 in the a.m. in California. And like I said, I have much more to do. We have to secure this area. We wouldn't want anybody falling off those steps all the way down here. That would not be great. That would be pretty awful, as a matter of fact. It might be a good idea to narrow them to the width. This is a 5-foot catwalk, 5-foot wide catwalk. So just to keep things consistent. But I wanted both sides of the catwalk. So, and then we don't need to be right up on the elevator, although it's pretty close. Let's check this distance. We would have to be careful with things like this. 2 feet, 2.5 inches, which is not a lot of distance between this elevator moving up and down. But anybody that gets hurt right there is just being a genius anyway. So, I mean, you're trying to get hurt. Like, I don't know, I can't feel much sympathy or empathy for somebody that's intentionally trying to get hurt. That's just sick in the head. Then got all the sympathy and empathy in the world. All right. Yeah. So this is where we're gonna leave off for tonight. Again, I would appreciate any feedback, any comments, any questions, suggestions. Feel free. All right, you all. Good night.